Konnichiwa! This is insane. Yet another game is due for release for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. Decades after this console was released, we're still seeing games released for it. And at this rate, it looks like 2021 is going to be one of the most successful and busiest years for Sega Genesis and Mega Drive collectors. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into the show and check out what this new game is. My name's Mike, and this is the Retro Gamer Boy Show. Welcome back to the Retro Gamer Boy channel. And if this is your first time and you love retro gaming, then why not consider subscribing? You can do this by clicking on a little button just below this video. So another game in 2021 for the Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive. It's just unbelievable how many developers are getting into this console. It's a fantastic console, and to see developers continuing to support it is amazing. My favourite game for 2020 was on the Sega Mega Drive and was released this year. Xeno Crisis, and I know that's going to pull a few smiles somewhere, is one of my absolute favourite games, period, on the Sega Mega Drive. And seeing so many other games being developed for the console has really got me excited as a collector. Now I am trying to collect the entire Sega Mega Drive collection, but this is really hard to do with the pace at which brand new games are being developed. But let's not get distracted. We're here to talk about one particular game that is due out in 2021. And it has quite possibly one of the best names for a Sega Mega Drive game ever. It's called Irene Genesis Metal Fury.
Irena Genesis Metal Fury.
Well, Irene Genesis Metal Fury is a shoot 'em up. Now the game is being developed by White Ninja Studio, naturally.
White Ninja!
And it's a team of about 5 people developing this game. Now their business model seems to be developing a brand new game as well as supporting ports and prototypes. It looks like Irene Genesis Metal Fury is going to be their first game. And if it is, it could be the game that's launching their company and a showcase for what this team can do. Now the game is a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, and I'd say the game that comes closest to it is Thunder Force 4. Now it's a fast shoot 'em up just like Thunder Force 4, however the projectiles and number of enemies on screen and the backgrounds are more akin to something like R-Type, a little bit more sparse, whereas Thunder Force 4 is full of projectiles and enemies and parallax scrolling going off all over the place. Now this doesn't necessarily work against Irene Metal Genesis Fury, it just means that it's slightly different from Thunder Force 4 and what you'd expect from a Thunder Force game. Now there is a demo of the game that you can play now, and I'll leave a link in the description below. But it's worth saying that the developers have said that they've made a number of big changes to the engine which make the game a lot more different from the demo that you'll play. They've optimized the engine, allowing them to increase the number of color palettes they have in game, as well as increase the number of sprites that appear on screen. They've also added new features, like being able to spawn in the place that you die, so you get back into the action almost immediately, and they've improved the audio fidelity. Now in the final game, there are going to be 3 types of primary weapon that you can pick up. There's going to be your base weapon, the rifle, there's going to be lasers, and there are going to be missiles. And each one of these primary weapon types allow you to dispatch enemies in different ways. Now my hope is that the level design will take advantage of these 3 different styles of primary weapon. I'm imagining something like the missile system is going to be more of a splash damage weapon, an area of effect weapon. Lasers should be more precise with a greater amount of damage, allowing you to zone in on those hit zones on end of level bosses. And your standard primary weapon, the rifle, is the weapon I assume you get in the demo. So this is your spam weapon, allowing you to spam a ton of bullets across the screen. Not necessarily doing a great deal of damage, not necessarily having a great deal of accuracy, but allowing you to dispatch enemies efficiently and quickly. Now there's also another attack, and this is your special attack. It's called Dragon Fury mode. Now once you've collected, or I think maybe destroyed enough vehicles, your power meter builds up and you can execute Dragon Fury mode. And it literally obliterates everything on screen. The developers have also indicated that you're going to be able to upgrade your craft as you progress through the game, and you'll be able to save your progress with battery backup. One really interesting feature that's mentioned in the trailer is that you can upload your high scores. Now it looks like you get given a code or a password at the end of a level, which you can then input, I'm assuming, into their website, which then puts your high score up onto the table. Now this is an awesome idea. I love the fact that they're going to bring the community of people who are going to love and enjoy this game together by allowing them to share their high scores. Now hopefully they'll also attach some forums to this high score table so that we can get some real rivalries happening within the community. Now if what you've seen interests you and it's something that you think you can get excited about, then the great news is that White Ninja Studios are going to have a Kickstarter. It starts January the 11th, 2021. And if you're a collector or someone that loves their shmups, this may be a game that you want to get in your collection.
White Ninja! Irena, Genesis Metal Fury. Welcome to the next level! Take control of the mighty Raiden MG323 and destroy them all. Save your progress onto backup memory. Devastate your enemies with the Dragon Fury attack. Show no weakness against bosses.
This is where you die.
Share your best high scores on the internet. Join Selena to help defeat the Emperor Shungor's army. Use one of 3 available weapons to clear your way. Irena, Genesis Metal Fury.
Now from what I've played on this short demo, the game is fast. The side-scrolling is way faster than anything on Thunder Force 4, but there seems to be a lot less detail in the foreground and background compared to a game like Thunder Force 4. I think you're not going to get that intense Bulletstorm experience like you would get in Thunder Force 4. It's going to be more like the pattern-following, precise, considered approach that R-Type takes. That's it for this week's show. Let me know in the comments below if you can think of a more insane title for a Sega Genesis or Mega Drive game. Irene, Genesis Metal Fury. If shoot 'em ups are your thing, if you love collecting for the Sega Mega Drive or any retro gaming console, let us know what you think about these new games that are appearing on old consoles. Why not consider subscribing by clicking on my little pixel head below, and so you never miss a retro gaming episode, you can click on the bell which is just below this video. We release new Retro Gamer Boy shows every Monday, but if you can't wait until then and you want to see more, then we've got a huge back catalogue of retro gaming videos for you to enjoy, 2 of which you can see over here.